Y'all know I do Tisa Tail reactions along with Mariah reactions, and sometimes it depends. But mostly Tisa Tails and Morales. But Tisa, I'm doing her tonight. Her thumbnail, it says Drake disrespects Kendrick's wife again. Is Drake crazy? I believe he wants all his secrets told. And if he keeps on, he will get it. But this is just something simple and short, okay? Because Drake disrespecting Whitney again. Oh my God! But I think he gonna have to do more, cause you know, when you like Kendrick, you know when somebody just want attention. So sometimes you ignore them. But we'll see soon, huh? Drake gonna get it. If Kendrick don't give it to him, we will, huh? This is all about the culture, right? Cause they not like us. OV ho. That's right. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see. Okay, there go my girl. Shout out to Tisa Tails. Here's her thumbnail. Okay. Drake disrespects Kendra's wife again. I know it says his fiance, but you may as well say wife, huh? Alright, here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Drake, let me just tell you, this is why you can't feel sorry for that mofo. This is why Drake will honestly never, ever learn. Y'all, do you know that Drake has gone after Whitney again? Now, if you guys don't know, and this is bad, I'll say one thing, Drake will never learn. His OVO camp, they're selling wife beaters, merch, modeled by a Whitney lookalike. Y'all, listen, we're going to go into this, but that man 100% hates married women or women in a long loving relationship or any woman that looks like they are even remotely happy. This is the hyper focus on them, to me, is crazy. It's something we got to talk about. Also, here's the thing. This is a difficult valley because if you guys don't know,
Sorry.
Drake and his ghostwriters somehow think that they have the song ready, the nuclear button. But in order to keep from looking, I would say lame and corny, but more lame and corny, he is waiting for Kendrick to goad him, right? So he can hit back. And he's been linking up, trying to do this, trying to do that. It's been falling on flat ears. He's finally stepped over the line again, and he's talking about Whitney. Now, again, I wonder how Kendrick's going to handle this because he don't play about Whitney. As a matter of fact, Drake literally clowning Whitney in his song ruined his whole career. Now, Kendrick do got a new album coming out. I believe it's rumored, right? But in the Not Like Us video, the jumpsuit he was wearing had August 18th, 2024, 8/18/2024. A lot of people think he's going to drop new music then. I hope he does, and I hope all the other songs he didn't put up about Drake are on that album. Maybe he can reword it, right? He can talk about OB hoes and not Drake. But this opens up a wider discussion on why he won't learn where his anger comes from and how we can all protect ourselves. Because at the end of the day, the fact that Drake thinks that even part of being black men, black American, is to just treat your women like ish on your women. Now listen, I know there are men out there doing this, but let's be real. It's black, white, Puerto Rican, Haitian, Asian. Being a jerk and a bad man has nothing to do with skin color. Just like we all know as black women, or whatever woman thing you claim, there's good men, brothers, uncles, fathers. I mean, come on, let's be real. Let's be real. So at the end of the day, that's the version of it that Drake came to play. But let's talk about where I think the root of it's coming from. Now, some people says it's because his mom was never chosen by his dad. His mom never remarried. Part of the reason his mom never remarried because in a very Jewish, affluent enclave in Canada, it was hard for a woman that had a half black child to be picked as suitable for marriage. We all talk about, Drake's fans being like, oh, so y'all think Drake ain't black enough? The real question is, and at the end of the day, this is where a lot of Drake's identity issues, a lot of his horror, a lot of his feelings come from. Drake wasn't white enough or Jewish enough to be loved and embraced by that culture. That's why Drake started cosplaying being a black American man. Don't tell me, oh, genetically he is. Yeah, he is genetically, but not culturally. That's why he started cosplaying. Again, Drake wants to blame the black community, your own community ostracizing you because of your hair, because of your nose, because of the way you left. That's where all your issues came from. Do you honestly think that if Drake had been loved and embraced by the community, do you honestly think that if that community back then was cool with playing stepfather to a half black son, do you obviously think Drake would have half of the identity issues he has? No, he would know himself, he would love himself. But instead of lashing out at his half Jewish side that he can't do because that's his mom and his mom raised him and his mom didn't have anything to do with the culture at hand. Clearly his mom's not racist. She has a child, well, clearly, right? Because wasn't she the one that said, I don't think you should say the N-word to, again, I think you should listen to what these young boys are saying. And Drake was the one that spun the thing. You said talk about dad and talk about son, right? Drop and give me 50. Okay. So.
That's right. Drop and give me 50, boy. Shoot, Drake is a lunatic. Something is wrong upstairs, in my opinion. Y'all just think about how he's acting now. What? Darn, what's the name? Rihanna just blew his mind. All he had to do is be faithful. That's it. Be faithful and act like you got some sense. And you could have had it all. Could have had it all, boy. Yeah, you can't treat us like that. You can't treat women. Nope. Nope. Those days are over. Hey, Omar. Omar Mitchell in the house. All right, here we go.
Oh, but think about it. If Drake had been embraced by the community that loved him, he wouldn't have had these identity issues because he would stand firm in who he is. The thing is, he was ostracized from the culture he grew up in, and instead of truly trying to understand the culture that he wanted to be a part of, that he has a birthright to, he didn't even want to do that. But it goes deeper than that, y'all, because I think I figured out what Drake's problem is, and y'all gonna come with me on this armchair psychiatrist journey. So I saw this TikTok sometime last week, and it actually got me thinking. I'll put the TikTok at the end of this video if y'all want to see it, because the woman is Hershey's Mansion. She's actually very, very insightful. And she made this video way back when Drake was first, because here's the thing. A lot of Drake's fans and DJ academics like to rewrite history. I remember when Drake first came out. And for the early part of Drake's career, when he first made it big, a lot of guys, rappers, they considered Drake a cornball. His main base was women.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Excuse me, Omar Mitchell. I see all your comments. That is not how we talk on Valentine TV. I don't do that, okay? I don't like that. I'm not going to block you, okay? I'm not going to block you, but please, not on my channel. Thank you so much. All right. Sorry, y'all.
Baby, you my everything. You all ever wanted. We can make it real big, right? That's how he came out. Basically writing love letters to women. And I'm not gonna lie, shit sounded good to me. If a man is sitting there telling me I'm his everything, I'm like, turn it up. I love this song. We can do it real big, bigger than you ever wanted, right? So you have all this going on with Drake. But there was a turn in his career when he became very insular, and he lost his base, which was the female audience. And he went into being a thug, even though he somehow thinks that thugs don't actually respect or love their women. Drake, it's not the same thing. Just because they won't let a mofo in the neighborhood test them, don't mean that they don't be arguing with their woman once a month about, What's your problem? What you mean? Didn't clean up. Just because you will not let a man test you don't mean that you don't treat your woman as your little perfect princess or your equal, right? So anyway, that all happened. And there was a time where Drake was like giving away Birkin bags and all this other stuff, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of people thought that Drake was stunting. Shears Manton, I'll put the video at the end of this, makes a good point that she thinks that it was Drake going through a dramatic breakup and giving up on his idea of love. See, at the end of the day, Drake wanted to be a power couple. Drake wants what Kendrick, Pusha, and all these people, Serena, all the people he attacks, he wants what they have, but he had to give up. Now, here's the thing. Why? Baby, is Rihanna at the center of Drake's origin story? Because think about it. Just let me call. It's going to be a good one in here. Drake was on tour pretty much all last year. And for that whole tour, he was acting sassy and petty and going out of his way to attack a woman that, if Rihanna wasn't pregnant, she had just given birth. And a lot of people overlooked it because, let's be real, we weren't going to Drake's concert, so I didn't know what he was saying. But he was going in on a woman who was happily in a relationship and had just given birth to her second child. That is when a woman is her most vulnerable and her weakest during pregnancy, but definitely in those coming weeks and months after giving birth. That is when postpartum kicks in. It was actually really cruel and mean and weird what the culture allowed Drake to do to Rihanna. Now, here's the thing, right? The whole tour, in my opinion, was harassment of a woman that was happy, 2 kids, and just had a baby. And probably in the throes of postpartum and trying to sort out her emotions. It was cruel, okay? But when you think about when Drake actually turned incel Drake, it was around the time he broke up with Rihanna. Because think about it, it wasn't anything Rihanna did. It was who Rihanna was. Rihanna was Drake's dream woman. Rihanna is gorgeous. She is young at heart. She is fun, right? She got personality. That's one of the reasons she's been so popular. It's not just her beauty or her talent. Rihanna looks like she's actually fun to hang out with, okay? Rihanna, it was a pop culture princess. Rihanna is respected. Rihanna is loved universally across all cultures, Black, white, Asian. You see that with the success of her Fenty Beauty. Rihanna is a boss. She's a businesswoman. And more importantly, Rihanna is unapologetically Black and firmly steeped in Black culture. Now, I know she is, of course, Caribbean. I know that she is from, where's she from? Barbados. She's Bayesian. I get that. But as far as being loved, accepted, respected, and at a position of power in Black culture, Rihanna's it. That's what Drake wanted. Rihanna was Drake's dream girl. But see, here's the thing. What happened with Rihanna, right? You lost your dream girl by impregnating a P-star that for the whole 6 months, and this ain't no shade to Sophie, this is what the streets are saying, right? For the whole 6 months, right? She had been trying, like groupie on steroids, trying to trap a guy with a baby. She had told many rappers that she was pregnant. Finally, she got pregnant by Drake, and it actually was Drake's kid. And here's the thing. Drake trapped her. She wasn't even, and when I say a P-star, let's be real, Sophie wasn't even a P-star. She was an aspiring P-star. She was trying to get her P career off of the ground.
She was passed around. That's what she's trying to say, because she wasn't in the P industry yet. She was trying, so she was going with different dudes, trying, but she was going with, my opinion, only rappers, people with money, trying to trap them and get that kid, and that's when Drake got her, and he denied the little boy. I'm gonna tell y'all this, in my heart of hearts, this is my opinion. He has more than one child. I bet you. As much as he, with the little, yes, in my opinion, ain't no telling how many kids Drake got, in my opinion. And I know If Kendrick in that diss said he got a daughter, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm seem like he sung to two little girls, and yeah, and Meet the Grams. Okay, but that's my opinion. But I bet he got a daughter out there. I ain't gonna bet no money because I don't gamble like he does. But hey, that's just my opinion. I bet it's a daughter gonna pop up soon. Watch.
So you picked a true definition of a passive around. It's no shade, but that's what she was. And you didn't even pick her. She trapped you, so you got caught lacking. And when did Rihanna, and here's the thing, Drake was all in on Rihanna. He was buying billboards. He was dabbing her up at award shows. He saw what he wanted. Now, and on top of that, it seemed like he was really, really in love with her. Rihanna's personality is intoxicating. He had his dream girl that not only represented everything he wanted, was everything he wanted, and could help him grow and be everything he wanted. And he lost it getting trapped by a P-star. At the end of the day, I do believe the reason he hid Adonis is because he was ashamed of who his mom was. And that's why you never see him bringing Sophie out. Because at the end of the day, Sophie was trying to trap somebody that year. You can go read about it. Sophie finally got Drake. Sophie was an aspiring P-star. She wasn't even a P-star. She was basically there on the, like, literally on some pass around stuff. Again, not trying to shame anybody for the choices, but this is why Drake hit Adonis, because the person you chose to get pregnant was not Rihanna. And when Rihanna found out about that mess, she said, I'm done with this. I'm done. And again, I'm sure that, you know, when things end, because Drake and Rihanna messed around for a little bit. At the end of the day, I'm sure there was back and forth, talking, this and that. But at the end of the day, when she shut things down, because at the end of the day, she couldn't stand the fact that you got this P-star pregnant and you cheated, and it's just, no, it's too much. And you got a child by not even a P-star and aspiring. You get into P? You're not even a star. You're aspiring. I think that one of the reasons he hit Adonis is because he resented the fact that his child, that birth of a child, ruined when he had his dream life well within his sights, right? Again, his early fans want to forget Drake's most of the stuff was preaching to women. Okay? He was a, lack of a better word, certified lover boy. So for when you, even when you listen to Drake's music back then, it's incredibly misogynistic, but rap was so toxic back then that seemed like something that was empowering, right? So, you know, Sophie wasn't even an aspiring P-star. She was a pass around, run through anything to get ahead. She finally trapped you. Drake fumbled a bag. And in fumbling that bag, there's a few things. I believe in that Drake fumbled a bag where he became his father. The way his father might have had a good woman in Drake's mom, but for whatever reason, he fumbled it. And Drake's mom didn't want nothing else to do with that man. So Drake's father is doing what he did, spending the rest of his life going to Drake's parties, sleeping with groupies, doing this, doing that.
Y'all, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Wow.
24-year-old that work at Foot Locker. No shade to if you work at Foot Locker, and I hope I can get some of your discount. But to a 20-something-year-old that works at Foot Locker, that like people like might not have the fame that Drake's has, looking at Drake's dad, I mean, like, oh, you got a different woman in your bed every night, ada. Yeah, that's how you can tell most of Drake's fan base is young. Because once you reach a certain age, you realize there ain't no worse feeling and no worse loneliness and just sadness in the world than when you have somebody laying beside you that might look good, have everything, but you just don't vibe with them, and you could have a different person in bed every night. There's no loneliness than just feeling like, and just depression, than feeling like you are just empty and alone, and you got somebody laying next to you in the bed. Whoever you want. And with Drake's money, it can be whoever you want. You like this, you can get the perfect physical specimen that look great on resume, but you still feel alone. It's a point of emptiness and loneliness that I think only comes in once the glitz and glamour of running the streets wears off and you start to really want to connect with someone and do this thing light with your best friend, do this thing light with some kids and y'all yelling and screaming and having fun. You see what I'm saying? Again, Drake started to turn incel, attacking women he used to date, going after women, doing this once he fumbled his dream girl.
He also, don't forget now, he also was going after the ops. You know, Kendrick's, well, whoever went against him, he would get in a DM, the woman's DM, the ex-wife's DM, the ex-girlfriend. Y'all remember that? He was all in the DMs, y'all. I mean, an ex is an ex for a reason, right? That's what yeah. So that's what he would do. Just childish to be 40. You know? Okay.
Once he fumbled his dream girl, when we talk about the origins of Drake, the modern Drake, the corny Drake, we are literally looking at a person that not only has imposter syndrome, not only has identity issues, not only has issues with people, somebody being loved and accepted, but you found your dream girl. Mm-hmm. You found that acceptance in her. Because Rihanna was willing to accept Drake for everything. Okay, you goofy, you corny, and I love it. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with being goofy and corny. I say that with endearment. My issue is I think Drake is anti-black, but I'm goofy and corny myself. What, like literally. And black people, we love goofy and corny people. Yes, it could be derogatory, but it could also be like, come here, your goofy self. It's okay. That is not Drake's sin, and that's where Drake misses it, is his anti-blackness. But I think his hate toward black culture, and when you think about it, the culture is always women. In every culture, women are the ones that guide the culture. Women are the ones that are symbols of the culture. That's why we get so upset when it's just like, yo, you got to start protecting black women, because when you don't protect black women, you're not protecting the culture. And if you're not protecting your culture, it makes it certain that you don't love and respect your culture. And no matter what you think about someone's culture, nobody in any race respects people that don't love and respect their own culture. Again, black people, that's why we got an issue with Drake, because nobody likes someone that doesn't love and respect their own culture. It breeds hatred, it breeds contempt. You see what I'm saying? So it comes full circle why it ba 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 ba. But at the center of this is Drake. And it seems like when he lost his dream woman, he was so mad he fumbled the bag by turning into the one person that disappointed him, that he couldn't stand the most. He acted and with his dad, and then was doomed to live his life like his dad. Y'all, I think all this is because him going after girlfriends, wives, everything. It all goes after Rihanna. You had your dream girl. She accepted you in all your goofy gloriousness. She could have actually legitimized you, brought you closer to the culture, but the part of the culture you idolize. That, because that's the thing. I've been all around the world, and I will say, forget that gangster stuff. The one people thing that I think all over the world people idolize in Black American culture is the fact that we are loving, we are accepting. And baby, we know how to have fun. We bring you over to our family. You know, we bring you over to the cookout. We bring you to our parties. We give you the glow. Whether you're dating a black man or a black woman, African American culture is, Black American culture is exported worldwide. It is American culture. The way we dress, the way we talk, the way we walk, the way we do everything. This would have brought Drake closer into the bosom. Rihanna would have showed him, taught him, guided him, and let him have acceptance, so he finally felt loved and accepted. And he fumbled that all, acting like a dad. And from that, he went in and started attacking every woman he knew. But baby, guess what? He met the right one, because he finally went after Whitney, because he felt like Whitney was undeserving, and he's so stupid at black culture. He thinks that, oh, you're saying I'm a fake, but Whitney's half white too, dummy. You think we just figured out that Drake's half white? You think we just figured out, who cares if Whitney's half white? It's not that. Whitney is attached to the culture. Whitney knows herself. She is American Black. She's American Black. Drake, you are Canadian Black. Plus, self-hating, have issues. But I do think that Drake's real hatred with the culture is after he lost his dream girl, because his dream girl finally would have bought him what he so desperately craved: acceptance, love, family, fun, swag, everything that everybody all over the world loves about Black Mirror. But anyway, you guys, let me know what you think about this. I will say one thing. Drake needs to stop playing around, because the thing is, messing with Whitney, I know he thinks it's all like fun and games, but honestly, messing with Whitney, this isn't fun and games anymore. You need to stop talking about people's family. I know he thinks that black men don't care about women, but baby, that's how you got into this in the first place. Anyway, you guys, listen. Let me know what you think in the comments. Oh, also, guys, if you're interested, here's that video.
Oh, I don't. I saw that TikTok. I saw the TikTok. I didn't like it. It's no. But look, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all that Drake is selling. Um, I call them tank tops, but wife beaters. Remember in the video, Not Like Us, Whitney was dancing, right? And she had the tank top under the jacket because Drake said that Kendrick beats her, so that was the way to get him back. Another diss. But so she wore wife beater under a jacket. So now Drake is selling wife beaters, and then he found a model that's supposed to look exactly like Whitney. Let me show you one more time, okay? Here it is. Look. Okay, there's Whitney. And there's the model. And that's what Drake is supposed to be trying to sell, y'all. Is he crazy? That's why Kendrick on, boy, he better leave him alone. Crody better stop. Alright, y'all, please subscribe to the channel. I need y'all so much. I really do. I really do work so hard. And then I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I see all of you. Thank you so much. I love you. Y'all be safe out there. And good night.